Deli with the sauce.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Deli G, back in the studio, back in the lab, back in the home office once again for episode 5 of the Deli G show here on the YouTube. So, episode 5. So I'm going to do a little something pretty unique and cool here. So because it's episode 5, I'm going to do a countdown of my top 5 favorite wrestling podcast sidekicks. Okay? So in order from worst to the best. That's coming up. First though, just wanted to sound off on a few news and notes that have been going on here since the last episode. NHL playoffs well underway, which is very exciting. The first round was pretty awesome. Mikko Rantanen just popping off on his old team. That was great to see. And a lot of epic overtime game 7s, teams advancing that you didn't think would advance. A lot of drama, all of it. OHL playoffs too. We're getting down to it. We're getting down to the OHL final here with mine and your London Knights going for a third straight OHL title. I mean, they've been a dynasty since 2005. Everybody's talking on social media like, oh, wow, look at what's going on with the Knights, all the success. Bro, since Corey Perry was on that team, they've been winning trophies and OHL titles. That franchise is about two things, okay? Winning Mem Cups and building a legacy of NHL caliber players to get drafted. Like that's what they do. That's what they do there. They win trophies and they make NHL players. Just look it up. It's right there on Google. So that'd be good against Oshawa once again, who's back in the East Final for another go around. We'll see if London stomps them out again. It'll be good. It'll be a good series. Also, now you can look this up on any of my social media feeds. I call this. I mean, in the first round I did call Leafs in 7 because they always gotta bring the drama. Turned out to be 6. So good job on them for closing it out. If that was, I reckon if that was still a what's his face? The old coach that's coaching for New Jersey now. I forget his name, but if they were still under that guy, they probably would have lost the series, or would have lost in Game 7 after blowing a 3-0 lead. But now they're in it. Now they're back. I mean, I called Florida in 5. So as of right now, they won Game 2 last night. So I guess had to chew on some crow there for a bit because I called Panthers in 5. So this is quite frankly, it's all the work of Berube, really. Like, he's been there, done that, and some of the guys that they brought into, like the depth players are coming through. So who knows? It's just a shame that what happened with Stoli there, though. We'll see if he comes back for the rest of the playoff. And so yeah. The other thing, yeah, I can't even believe this. Not one finalist vote for Michkov. Like, that is so freaking criminal. But y'all see what he did after, like, him falling to 7th. He saw that as a slight, which is good, and he used that as motivation to propel himself to do what he did with basically like almost no talent around him. So now got a 6 overall pay. If you can get him a competent center, Danny Briere, if you're listening, then this guy could top 90 points easy the way he's looked. So I mean, he's gonna use this just like he did when he fell to 7th. He's just gonna use this as motivation, chip on his shoulder, and I fully expect him to come back if he puts in the work in the off season as well and bulks up a little bit, gets a bit stronger. Yeah, 90 points easy. So You can do it, Mepe. We believe in you, and we also believe that Danny's gonna get you a competent center that'll be able to get you the puck when you want it and when you need it. That's all I gotta say about that. All right, so I'm gonna move on here to the list. All right, so make this short and sweet. Top 5 pro wrestling podcast sidekicks. Okay, here we go. So number 5 and dead last, Conrad Thompson, the Walrus. Okay, most notably for the like he does a bunch of podcasts, I guess, a bunch of pro wrestling podcasts. Most notably, I mean, the one I listen to the most is the 83 Weeks with Eric Bischoff. It's a good podcast because I like what Eric has to say. But anytime Conrad chimes in, it's just very annoying, and I don't like it. It's very unfortunate. I don't wanna spend too much time on this guy because I want to try and put him over too much. But yeah, number 4, Dave LaGreca of the Busted Open podcast. I like Dave. He's very entertaining. He's very funny. He makes a lot of good points. Him and Bubba have pretty good chemistry, which is good. So yeah, I like him. He's good. He gets a pass from me. Actually, yeah. Okay. Number 3, Sean Oliver of the Click This podcast with Kevin Nash. Kevin Nash is sidekick on the show. Yeah, he's pretty good too. You know, has a lot of good things to say. Good points. You know, it's not one of the shows that I listen to a lot. You know, certain episodes, you know, if it's got some kind of a viral moment or something in it, or you know, just topics that he talks about that I'm interested in, I'll listen to, like Kevin Nash, I mean. But you know, when I do listen to it, Sean's pretty good, so he gets a pass from me also. Number 2, Brian Last. And man, it's a shame too. This guy 2 years ago would have been number 1 on my list, easy. But the problem is that as the show, or the shows, I guess, with JC and continue to get more and more popular, this schmuck seems to be getting a big Jew head on himself. And like, I don't know, it seems like he's just kind of like, he seems like he's a mark for himself almost, and it gets kind of annoying after a while, especially, you know, when Jim's talking about, and I guess it goes both ways, right? Like, you know, Brian is trying to talk to Jim about certain things to like be more open-minded and more conscious about things that he may not necessarily know or have experience with, but like, but at least Jim kind of thinks about it when Brian suggests something. When it's the opposite way around, it's just like Brian's like, no, and I don't want to do it, and that's it, and nobody can try and convince me to do it, and everybody's opinion is just stupid. Say, whoa, calm down, bud. Like, free your mind, and the rest will follow. So, like I said, because you know, in the beginning, you know, he didn't really know where it was gonna go, to the heights that it would go to today. Probably, you know, they were just doing it for fun and then a bit of profit, and they could tie in certain things to the show to promote, yada yada. But like, now that it's like really taken off, you know, I don't know, he just got a big head for himself. He needs to be more humble like he was in the beginning when they were first starting out. So because of that, the number 1 spot is gonna go to a gentleman named James Romero. So he's got all kinds of different shows, but like my favorites are the C.B. Richards Show, which he just started recently, and it's already got a bunch of subscribers. They already got plaques for it. And the Dutch Mantel Show, Story Time with Dutch Mantel. If you're any kind of fan of pro wrestling, you need to get on that show. You need to get on the Dutch Mantel Show and the C.B. Richards Show. They're both awesome, and like James is such a professional, always on task. Like, you know, there are bits and moments when you get off on tangents and whatever, but you know, usually stays on point, always has pretty good opinions, and especially, you know, the chemistry him and Dutch have is really awesome, and really fun to hear. Like that is one that you could, like, you know, you could watch that for the reactions, you know, on screen, but that's one also that you could just like throw on at night when you're going to bed, you know, because it's not just the stories that Dutch tells, it's how he tells them too, the way that he tells them. It's pretty awesome. Yeah. So there you go, guys. It's top 5 pro wrestling podcast sidekicks. That's my list, and that's gonna be it for me. Pretty short one. So we'll see what happens here as everything progresses along in terms of you know, playoffs. And you know what? I just reminded myself that I was gonna mention the one thing about the Blue Jays. It's very unfortunate, very unfortunate, because the one thing I was gonna say was that, you know, it's gonna get to a point here pretty soon where we might have to erect a statue of like Alex Anthopoulos, because ever since he left, this team has been such a fucking joke, and it's so bad. It's really bad. I think they're 2 games under 500 or something like that. Like, that is just not good enough. Not good enough at all. And you just gave the bag to Vlad. And I know you can't put it all on one guy, but still, man, it's got to be a lot better than this. They should have been on some kind of like 12-2, 13-1 type of run to start the year. Like, well, what's happening now is completely unacceptable. And they'll probably be sellers again at the deadline, and then they'll do nothing. But I don't know. Unless you get rid of these 2 goofs in upper management that don't seem to be making any kind of a splash in the league, you will not get anywhere with this fucking team, and it's really a shame. It's really a shame for all the true baseball fans and for all the Latin community in Toronto that loves their baseball and wants to have a local team to root for that is successful. But sometimes you just can't have nice things, I guess, depending on who's running the show. It's a real shame. Well, that's the last thing I wanted to say. Just wanted to sound off on that, because, like, yeah, you want to have something to look forward to at the end of the day, but when it starts and it's already this ugly, who knows if it's gonna turn around. I don't know. I don't think so, but I will surely be surprised. You know, crazier things have happened, I guess. So yeah, with that, guys, that's it for me. Thanks so much for tuning in. Like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff, and we will see you next time on the Deli G Show.